Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 1st of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, you name it, and exactly what the future of the franchise is going to look like in comparison to what I like to call the Kathleen Kennedy timeline of Star Wars. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that Disney really got right was with The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5, also known as Chapter 13. Now, we will be heading into spoilers, and it will also involve the future of Star Wars, so if you guys have not seen Chapter 13 of The Mandalorian, please do back out of this post right now. Now, obviously, with The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5, a lot of things were done in that particular episode. We saw great Ahsoka Tano scenes, a lot of sequences with The Mandalorian, Din Djarin, learning more about Baby Yoda, including his real name, Grogu. Now, what's exciting even all the more so has to do with Rosario Dawson's performance as Ahsoka and what's to come in the near future by both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Now, Jon and Dave are working very well close together. You know, they're working on The Mandalorian Season 3 and 4 back-to-back. They're working on the Ahsoka Tano spin-off series and a lot more to come. So, on top of all of this, what's really exciting all has to do with the major plan by Lucasfilm involving the character of Ahsoka by Rosario Dawson. Now, with that being said, with the Skywalker saga now over, both Disney and Lucasfilm can finally focus on their new Star Wars universe as well as their new trilogy of movies. However, it's explained that both Bob Iger and Chapek are working closely with Rosario Dawson and actor Hayden Christensen for the future of Star Wars. However, one major plan is to include Anakin in the planned Ahsoka Tano spin-off project portrayed by Hayden Christensen. It's described that Jon Favreau is setting up a side story that will involve Anakin's Force Ghost, set to give Ahsoka two important lessons in the Ahsoka Tano spin-off project, and that this will serve as further training for her to understand the Force in better ways, and to understand the netherworld of the Force in different ways as well. So let's stop right there for a second. The thing about this that really screams George Lucas is the netherworld of the Force. This was an original idea that was meant to be inserted into Episode 9 that he actually wanted to do with J.J. Abrams, that they actually worked on, that Kathleen Kennedy deleted from the movie. We can obviously see that Jon Favreau is picking up the pieces that were left behind and throwing all of that into the Mandalorian TV show and the Ahsoka Tano spin-off project and more. What I think about all of this right now is that Star Wars is already beginning to shape up. People are starting to realize that Dave and Jon are really going to be the new George Lucas together. I think it takes two, because Jon Favreau is the man who really introduced live-action Star Wars for the first time. And then we had Dave Filoni, the very first person to introduce 3D animated Star Wars projects for the first time. That, to me, it sounds like a great combination of two important creators. So, beyond that, not just that, but Favreau is aiming to make Anakin Skywalker the key to teaching Ahsoka in the truths about the dark side of the Force and his experience turning from the light to the dark side. Favreau wants to create a moment in history in which Anakin's full story as Darth Vader is passed down to herself to know the full truth of Darth Vader's life. Favreau is aiming to have Hayden speak about his experience as Vader through Anakin's Force Ghost voice. Favreau and Filoni have both agreed to give Hayden and Anakin an older appearance in the Ahsoka Tano spin-off project that is already in the early development phase as we speak. Now let's stop right here for a second. Now, the fact that we have Anakin Skywalker becoming a big and major focus in the new Star Wars universe is already a good thing. That's a fresh start. Some people will debate and argue whether or not that's actually just, you know, Disney being very desperate, or if that's them really trying to cash grab, or whatever it may be. Some people view this as a desperate attempt to regain the fans. However, given that this is a major decision by Jon and Dave, it's not necessarily just Disney's choice. Disney is not just making the call, like, let's bring Hayden back. This is Jon and Dave coming together, who brought this up to Disney and the higher-ups over at Disney and the other higher-ups over at Lucasfilm to really make this all happen and work correctly. So like I've said, I think that what they're really trying to do is that they are really trying to pretty much present the fact that they know what the fans want, the fact that they know exactly what excites Star Wars fans. And it's not that we necessarily only care about the already established characters, but you have to at least pay somewhat attention to those characters. Like, for example, The Mandalorian is a new character, but you also have Ahsoka Tano in the mix that was actually introduced in the form of live action. That was historical. That was a big moment in Star Wars. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.